Knockout legends in the building. Like, comment, and subscribe. So today I want to talk about Chris Eubank Jr. and Liam Smith. So on the 2nd of September, Liam Smith goes up against Chris Eubank Jr. for the anticipated fight number 2. This will be set at the AO Arena in Manchester, and Liam Smith, the Liverpudlian, will be going in against Chris Eubank Jr. Now, Liam Smith has a record of 33 wins, 20 knockouts, 3 defeats, 1 KO and 1 draw. And he has faced notable opposition on English domestic level, Jason Wellborn, just to name a few people. Canelo Saul Alvarez, Liam Williams, Amy Mungia, Anthony Fowler, Jesse Vargas, and he defeated Chris Eubank Jr. on the 21st of January 2023, and they go up again against each other in the 2nd of September. Now, Chris Eubank Jr. has a record of 32 wins, 23 knockouts and 3 defeats, 1 by KO. That's by the hands of Liam Smith. So he's from Brighton, Sussex. His most notable fights are: he had one against Tyron Booth where he beat Tyron Booth, but just about. Then he obviously had the Billy Joe Saunders fight where he lost by split decision. That was in 2014, 29th of November. The fight against Nicky Blackwell, which he won by technical knockout and caused a lot of damage to Nicky Blackwell. Arthur Abraham fight, which he won by unanimous decision. He lost against George Groves, unanimous decision. He beat James DeGale, 2019, the 23rd of February. He beat matchroom prospect Marcus Morrison, 2021, the 1st of May. And then he beat Liam Williams, common opponent of Liam Smith. Then he had the Liam Smith bout, which he lost on the 21st of January this year. So going into the fight, there was a lot of argy-bargy, and basically Chris felt he was the A side and he was going to defeat Liam Smith easy, and Chris, with his usual swagger and so-called confidence, basically got taught a lesson. So in that fight, he got stopped after being down twice in the 4th round. Now, he reckons it was a flash knockdown and he got hit by an elbow. But after just watching The Gloves Are Off too, which gave me absolute joke to watch, which was funny, you could see it galled Chris Eubank Jr. to actually lose and admit that he lost against Liam Smith. But Liam Smith was just matter of fact, easy, chilled, and just took it in his stride. And then he kind of made Chris have to admit the better man won. And the excuses that Chris Eubank Jr. came up with, the elbow being weight cut, obviously didn't cut the weight the right way, flash knockdown, and then lucky punch, and then the elbow. So he asked him, which one is it then? Was it all of them or was it any of them? So and then he's admitting that he doesn't have any excuse, even though he's mentioned these excuses. It was comical, but he reckons he's never been down, his chin's drawable, he's never been tested, and this, that, and the other. But Johnny Nelson was saying that he asked Liam, do you think he had fear? And I think Eubank Jr took it the wrong way, but Liam was saying, yeah, I think he did, because obviously he doubted himself, he wasn't sure. Because Liam Smith is a good boxer, he's technical, and he's got grit. And people, like, don't really want to give him his dues, but he is a good fighter. Out of the Smith family, he's probably one of the better ones out of the lot. So, you know what I mean. He's been in with tested opponents, so, and he's come out the other side. So you have to give him his dues. But obviously, it took him lightly, because obviously he's like, well, who have you fought? And that's probably the wrong way to think about things. But I don't know. The people just assume what they assume. Like, it doesn't mean anything. Remember, he was a welterweight champion as well. So it's not like he didn't win the belt. He did. He did something that Chris has yet to do. And Chris only won the IBO. It's a version of the world title, but he's not recognised. So there is that. But you can't always go trading off your father's name and hope that just because your father's famous that it makes you in your own right that type of person. But anyway, I'm looking forward to the fight, and I'm still going to go with Liam Smith in the fight. Chris does have a chance because he does have a durable chin and he's got a good engine. But with him being tested the way he's been tested and the doubt that he's already had, I think personally he is probably going to find himself maybe wanting a bit more. He's going to have to dig in. You're going to have to see a little bit more grit to see if he can actually pull through in the next fight, to see if he can actually beat Liam Smith, because he's got to prove it to himself. So psychologically, the scars are already there. He was doubting himself going into the fight, even though he talked the talk and he tried to walk the walk. But his own problem is himself. He doesn't listen to anyone. His father said it, other trainers have said it. Now that he's teamed up with Brian McIntyre, Bolmac from the Terence Crawford camp, it remains to be seen if Bolmac can teach him anything in time to get him on point, to make him a good fighter, to beat Liam Smith. Because sometimes just being technical and being proficient in your style and fighting in your style will help you a lot, especially if you're confident as well within that style, and it's a style you've always used. It may have caused other people trouble, and obviously other people may have beat you, but you've always used that style, so you're proficient in that actual strategy of fighting, so you know what will work and what won't work depending on who's coming in front of you. So if you're confident in that, and you're confident that you've already beat your opponent, you've already kind of won half the battle. So anyway, coming up the 2nd of September, we're going to see who is going to be the man. So will Chris Eubank be able to defeat Liam Smith and avenge his loss and gain back some of his credibility that he seems to feel that he's lost? Because if he doesn't, for all the talk and all the bluster, it may come down to the realization and then the epiphany that he may have to retire. So what do you think? Do you think Eubank Jr should retire if he loses, or do you think he should fight on? And do you think he's a victim of his own success and his father's success, and the bluster that he uses is his own undoing? So leave your comments in the comment section, like, comment and subscribe, and that is another one from Knockout Legends. Peace.